I found out my parents planned to give me away at birth. They only changed their minds at the last minute, and now I can't tell if my whole life was built on love or just a terrible mistake. I was 32 years old when my aunt told me, something that made the air in the room feel thin, like I had suddenly been transported to a different reality. We were in her kitchen, sunlight filtering through lace curtains, the smell of chamomile tea lingering between us. She stirred her cup absent-mindedly and then, in the calmest voice imaginable, said, "You know, you weren't supposed to be here. Your parents had decided to give you up for adoption. They changed their minds at the last minute." The words landed so softly it took me a moment to process them. I stared at her, waiting for her to laugh or wave it off as some misguided joke. But she didn't. She just looked at me like she was telling me the weather forecast. A pit opened in my stomach. My chest tightened. I asked her what she meant, and she sighed, like this was something I should have known all along, like I was the last person at the table to understand the punchline of a joke. She told me that my parents were scared back then, too young, too unprepared. They had even signed preliminary paperwork with an agency. My grandparents had been ashamed, whispering about how irresponsible my mom was, how my dad wasn't ready. The plan had been made. Once I was born, I would go to another family, a clean slate, a mistake erased. Only, the night before it was supposed to happen, they changed their minds. My aunt said it as if it was some kind of happy ending, a sign of love triumphing over fear. But the words crashed against every memory I had of my childhood, reframing them in ways I couldn't ignore. Suddenly I was 12 again, sitting at the kitchen table while my parents argued over bills, my dad muttering about how much extra mouths cost, my mom crying quietly while pretending she had allergies. Suddenly I was 15, hearing my father tell me I was lucky he hadn't kicked me out after I'd flunked math. Lucky. It never felt like luck, it felt like survival.